I see a red pump. That's unusual. And there it is right here. Racing fuel. Pure race gas. Let's see how much it's gonna take. That's insane. A gallon, $10. We hit 40. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Back on the H2R. Last time I rode the H2, now I'm riding the H2R. I would say right from the start, the H2R is definitely a lot more nimble. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, this is not lowered. It has carbon wheels. It's a full carbon bike pretty much besides the tank. So it makes sense, and it's already OEM a lot lower than the H2. So it does make sense, but holy, I didn't realize it's that big of a difference. Currently going to get gas at a special gas station that has race fuel. It has 101 octane. This is going to be the topic of today's video. I did a bunch of research because I think one of the last times I rode this, I was talking to my buddy and I wanted to do race fuel and all that, but apparently he was telling me that it might burn hotter and stuff like that. So initially, I'm trying to maximize power and performance of the H2R. I mean, obviously, this bike bone stock is absolutely insane. If you guys know, when this bike got revealed, they did a top speed run and it hit 250 miles an hour. And honestly, unless the guy on the bike is like 100 pounds and is extremely a tiny guy, and they had tailwind or something like that, I don't see how that's possible. My H2R is already very modified. This has been tuned, so up top this is making 25 extra wheel horsepower, which is about 35, 40, let's just say 35 extra crank horsepower. And since this bike is at 330, or to be exact, I think Kawasaki rated at 326 or 28, something like that. Add the extra 25 to the wheel. So this definitely puts this bike at about 360 horsepower, I would say, crank, or something like that. I have also maxed out the gearing. If you guys don't know what that is, that's like your sprockets. I have maxed out my sprockets, so it should get more top speed than even like the stock video that Kawasaki did. But you guys have seen me test the top speed runs. Obviously, none of these are like in ideal situations. They're usually kind of just like in the moment and just randomly happen. The top speed runs, maybe they're not the best, but also it's pretty far from that top speed record, which is 250 miles an hour. I believe the most I was able to get myself, 226 is the current max. I don't know, we'll put a little clip over here for you guys. If you guys notice, yeah, I've never ridden my H2R slower in my life. I checked the gas and I was like, I wonder how much gas I have left, because you know I'm putting race fuel in it, so I don't want the 91 here. The best gas we have is pretty much 91 unless you go race gas. We don't have 93 at the pump, but I'm staying my butt in the slow lane. I have it on the MPG. I guess if I'm going about, you know, 60, 65 miles an hour, my MPG is almost at 30 miles per gallon, which is very impressive. But obviously, like I'm going extremely slow. Like all the cars are passing me, but I really don't want the H2 to run out of gas on me again. If you guys missed that video and me have to push it again, because that was a lot of work. So I'm hoping we make it there. I kind of took off the gas cap and I moved the bike around, and there was like a good amount of gas. So I think the gas light came on like when I was coming back last time. That's the annoying thing about the H2 and the H2R. They don't have a fuel trip, man. The bikes that don't have a fuel gauge at least have a fuel trip. A fuel trip is pretty much when it tells you fuel is low, which is for motorcycles, if you guys didn't know, it tells you your fuel is low when you have a gallon left. So let's say you have a 4-gallon tank, 3.5, that's kind of, you know, your average gas tank capacity. When you have a gallon left, that's when it tells you, okay, go get fuel, which depending on your bike will probably give you around 20-ish miles, I would say. Unfortunately, with this one, it just screams at you. It just says fuel and it keeps beeping. It doesn't give me a mileage. So a fuel trip, usually when that gas light comes on, it starts calculating the miles, and it tells you, oh, ever since the fuel trip, the fuel light came on, it just pretty much calculates the miles you've been riding ever since the fuel light came on. So yeah, the issue is that obviously, you know, the nearest gas station isn't really that close to get the race gas, but I was thinking maybe I can, you know, put it in a little jug or something like that. I can figure something out if I want to do that. And now let's talk a little bit about what type of gas I'm putting in it. So I'm still putting in pump gas, so it's an octane race gas, which instead of 91 or 93, it's 101 actually. And I did my research. The H2R is recommended to have 93 or above for it's crazy because usually I'm always passing cars, but it's crazy to see, okay, Cybertruck is mobbing, it's tailgating me, and now it just zoomed by. Yeah, usually like I'm always passing cars, not cars passing me, so it's funny to see how everyone's just like staring at me. The H2 and the H2R always attract so much attention. So yeah, I did my research. The H2R, H2/H2R recommend. I think the H2R specifically, I looked it up, and it's recommended to have 93 octane or better. So it's okay to have, you know, higher octane because it's a high compression bike. You shouldn't just put, you know, race gas in any vehicle. Like if you have an economy car, don't just put race gas. Apparently that could be bad for it, and it might literally blow up your vehicle or something like that. So I went into a little loophole yesterday doing research about all this stuff. So look at that, 200 miles per gallon would be nice. Because I'm not on the gas at all, I'm just rolling downhill. Imagine 200 miles per gallon. From the research that I did, 100 octane or 101. I didn't know what it was, but I looked at the pictures of the gas station. It said 101 instead of 100. Let's go back into our temps. That's the thing with the HR, you gotta monitor everything. Monitoring my coolant temps, and then I was monitoring my boost temps. We're not going crazy, so I don't need to check my boost temps, but when we're chilling at a light, it's good to monitor my temps, since this bike does not have a fans, for those that are new to the channel and don't know that. But yeah, pretty much I want to get like pretty low on gas by the time I am filling up. I did also look up that it's okay if you like mix up 91 and 101. I don't have to siphon it up. I'm pretty sure when you do E85, you're supposed to siphon up the gas. That's what I did with my M1000RR when we did E85, and that bike was absolutely insane on E85. So I don't think there's going to be a difference, because with the M1000, when I put E85 in it, I had a map for the E85 that I changed with BT Moto. So this is obviously not tuned, but it's not a completely different gas. It's just, you know, higher octane gas. It will not give me horsepower unless I add timing from tuning and all that, but it should be healthier for the bike to prevent knock because it won't detonate earlier. So, you know, when the gas explodes in the engine, sometimes also I did find out that the H and the H2R, they have like a knock sensor or something like that. So if, oh my god, this is a long light. So if, you know, there's like premature detonation, to protect the vehicle, this has a sensor to adjust that and all that. I don't know, this is too techy for me, but you know, I'm grasping the basics. Yeah, so having a higher octane like the race fuel that we're gonna put in supposedly will be pretty much, long story short, healthier for the bike. I see a red pump, that's unusual, and there it is right here, racing fuel. Boost temps are good, coolant temps are at 190. It's not too bad since we've been chilling at the light for so long. Here we go. The price difference is definitely insane. So it's double the price of premium, which is 91. Yeah, this is at 5.4, which is a little steep. Anything over 5 I would say is a little steep for, you know, your regular gas. The 101 is at $9.90, so pretty much $10 a gallon. So this is gonna be a pricey fuel up. Probably I wouldn't say my most expensive, because we've tried MR12, and MR12 is real. E85 is actually even cheaper than 91. It's very cheap, so it's the other way around, and it's cooler. Race that you require injectors, and there's a lot of more complications to do E85. This I can just run, and should be everything fine. It might be slightly better for the bike, but not necessarily more horsepower, because it's not tuned for it. I found online that apparently because all of these share the same pump, if you guys see the same line, sometimes it gets like slightly mixed up in there. You know what? For once, I'll get a receipt just because this is interesting. So yeah, as you guys can see, the 101 has its own separate pump, so it should be pure race gas. Let's see how much it's gonna take. And since, you know, we ran the bike pretty low on gas, it should be. That's insane. A gallon, $10. Usually a fill up is like $20 to $25 if it's completely empty. I want to smell it too. I wonder if it smells different. Okay, this is a little painful. $30 officially the most expensive fill up. Well, no, I was saying that the most expensive fill up is actually MR12 because that thing is like $200. We hit 40. So yeah, she was pretty empty. All right, race fuel. This is insane. $40 for a fill up. Ooh, it definitely smells different. You know what? I want to get a little real. Let's not kick the bike over. I find it really cool that, you know, a random gas pump would have race fuel actually. I never take the receipt, but I want to take this one because, I don't know, that's cool. I guess I don't know why I think it's cool, but anyways, I've never tried race fuel, or this type of race fuel at least, so it's kind of exciting. Got a couple clips for the gram. I know it's said that it's not really going to be any different. Oh, I would spill. It's okay. I got my merch to clean it up. Which hopefully I will be restocking very soon. We're actually getting to the final stages of edits. I have like one more revision that I want to do. And then we should be launching the merch, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while, but yeah. She's looking good. I got a few extra titanium bolts for it too, so that should be coming up soon. I do need to find out how I can get back on the freeway because I really don't know. Alright, H2R. First ride with 101 race fuel. Let's see how she does. Enough with the gram stuff. Time to actually ride this thing. I wonder if like even riding around it would smell different. I'm still in shock that I spent $40 on a pump to fill up an H2R. Oh, that's a gorgeous Porsche GT3. That's beautiful. Nice spec color and all. 992 GT3. Okay, like I know this is a one-way, but I don't see the exit, so I just need to get out of here. Keeping an eye on the boost temps. Also, we did ride the H2 last time, and we did confirm that the boost temps are indeed lower on the H2R over the H2. So far, everything seems to be pretty much the same. Boost temps are the same. Coolant temps should be dropping though because we're getting more air into the bike. I wonder how the miles per gallon is actually on with 101. I wonder if it burns faster like E85 or the other way around, if it lasts longer. I don't really know. It should be healthier for the bike, so, and it's safe to mix with 91 if there's a little bit, so it makes it a lot easier, I guess, to use 101. So we'll see. Maybe if I do like top speed runs and stuff like that, then we'll use 101. And also, it's not like E85 where, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, I've heard mixed things about it, but apparently with 101, it definitely, the tank feels really cold. You know how you feel the gas when you fill up? It feels really cold. I don't know if it's, you know, different temperature because I know E85 is cooler. But yeah, E85, there's the rumors about it that if it's sitting, then it's like not good and it starts separating and it becomes like this dusty material, which is not good for your engine. So I feel like I smell different type of smell from the bike. Usually I can't like smell the gas. I feel like I smell it. I don't know if it's a placebo or something like that. Yeah, the bike definitely smells different. It's like because I'm riding this bike, every light takes a gazillion years for no reason, since this bike has no fans. And I don't know, we might be adding fans, we might not be. I might be just doing more stuff to the H2. Since we have the H2, we could ride the H2, so I don't need to always take the H2R out. Just keep her as race and track as possible. Yeah, so far I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty much the same. I mean, we haven't full sent her yet. It definitely smells different, that's for sure. It smells so strong. As rowdy as always. This bike in first and second gear is just absolutely insane. Huh, that felt kinda weird. I don't know if it's my clutch slipping. Honestly, it could be. I mean, honestly, so far, I think the temps are running a little bit hotter than usual. I feel like my boost temps on the way here were a lot lower, but they're dropping also really fast, maybe because I was in a low gear. This bike is just an animal, man. Yeah, I think just keeping her in, obviously, like higher RPM is raising the boost temps significantly. On the way to the gas station, we were keeping her in a very low RPM, so yeah, I don't think the boost temps are affected. If we just cruise, it'll probably go back to down to low, but it might seem a little bit higher than usual. I don't know. I still haven't had enough seat time. Yeah, I wanted to see how many miles on the bike just to kind of get an idea, maybe calculate if I'm able to, if it's better or worse gas mileage, because the E85 burns like 30% faster. So it's absolutely like annoying when you have E85. So I'm wondering if 101 is different. There's a lot of, it's an experimental video, okay guys? Yeah, the boost temps are dropping, but definitely I feel like it used to be lower before, but I don't want to judge too fast because it is a warmer day. Yeah, I'm keeping her pretty low in the RPM, and they don't seem to be dropping too much under the 130s. So it could potentially, you know, be having my boost temps higher, or I don't know. Let me know if there's like more science to it that I don't know about. Yeah, see, I've been going very, very slow on purpose, again, just to see, and we just barely dropped under 130. So it might be running a little bit warmer, but I feel like it usually used to hover around 120s with the regular 91. 125, see, there you go. Okay, it's dropping. So no, it's about the same. Let's look at the coolant temps now that we're... Oh, the coolant temps are a little warmer. 160, I feel like this bike is usually running on like 150. I mean 159. I do love how it smells different now though. Is it worth double the money? I don't know, maybe if you tune in, see if we can make more horsepower with it. But I wonder how much more horsepower could you get from, you know, just like higher octane, since it's not like a completely different gas like ethanol or MR12. Yeah, it doesn't matter how kind of slow I go, it seems to be hovering around like 125 if I'm just kind of casually cruising for the boost temps, which is about the same. It might be a little warmer, but about the same given that it's a hotter day, so it's hard to kind of gauge exactly. I've also been doing a lot of research about supercharger gears and all that. I think I'm going to stick with just stage 1 just to play it safe. It is quite a big job, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be as extensive. Oh, look at that, we dropped to 123. But I do want to play safe. I don't want to go too aggressive with this bike, because then if I go higher and the bike is running really hot and it's dangerous, I obviously don't want to mess up the entire engine, and then I wouldn't be able to ride her until I get supercharger gear, the intercooler. So we kind of don't want that, so I think I'm gonna stick with, and the bike has plenty of power, as you guys know, so I think I might stick with stage 1 supercharger gears and get a different kind of like hub setup. Higher top speed, since I'm assuming we're mainly restricted because of gearing, top speed wise. I definitely would say that's going to be a little tricky with supercharger gears, because yeah, the temps on that run got up to like what, probably over 220, because I looked at it after I released the throttle. So yeah, boost temps definitely got pretty high up there. There you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out and ride safe.